This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of today's host team and MSPN Digital Television and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of today's host team and MSPN Digital Television.
This is MSPN Digital Television, promoting local teams and local athletes since 2017 in North Dakota and Minnesota.
Third time's a charm for the Otters. They're your Section 8 2A champions tonight. What's the victory here over the Monaga Braves?
Producing area youth and high school sports broadcasts, along with news, highlights, and scores of the area's semi-professional teams.
In the 2018 Clark Cup champions are the Fargo 40.
Also search MSPN DTV to follow us on MSPN Digital Television.
And good evening and welcome from just recently soggy Jim Dakota Stadium here at Moorhead, on the campus of Moorhead High School. We've been keeping an eye on some rain showers in the area, some light to moderate rain on the radar, and it is starting to hit right now. And we're probably looking at this rain hanging on here for at least the first half, if not a little bit longer here, as the Dakota Fusion, as we have women's WPSL action tonight, as the Fusion ready to take on the Sioux Falls City club as well. As Sioux Falls coming in here near the top of the Northern Conference standings. They are 5-0. Last in action on the 15th, so last weekend a 5-0 win over the Maplebrook Fury, as they were able to get a goal from Haley Christensen, also picking up goals in that victory from Mia Mullenmeister. Mullenmeister was their leading scorer, not with the team here tonight, but she had a goal in the 5th minute. McKenna Lehman, who got a goal in the 60th minute, goal and an assist, and Katarina Ulschlager. Ulschlager has 4 goals, second on the team in scoring. Ulschlager picked up a goal in the 17th minute, and Jordan Tenpis, who's also not here with the team, picked up a goal in the 41st minute and a 5-0 Sioux Falls victory, as they have given up just 1 goal on the season, as Sioux Falls has scored 23 and given up just 1 so far in the year. That was against the Joy Athletic Club in a victory on June the 2nd, as they have picked up wins over Rochester, the Joy Athletic Club, the Minnesota Thunder, along with Manitou and the Maplebrook Fury. Meantime, for the Dakota Fusion, last in action in Mankato last week on the campus of Bethany Lutheran College, losing by a count of 6-0. Their lone win on the year for the Dakota Fusion was a 2-0 win over the Manitou Football Club. That was on the 14th, so last Friday was the final there, 2-0, as they're getting goals, their only goals of the season to this point, from Sarah Burgum out of Minnesota Crookston and out of Mandan at North Dakota. So she got the lone goals there, losing 6-0 to Mankato as they come in 1-3 on the season. Just a quick glance at the standings before we get things rolling here. Salvo Soccer Club at 6-0. They have also allowed just 1 goal in 6 games, with Sioux Falls at 5-0, Minnesota Thunder at 4-3. They have 12 points. Mankato at 12 points. Right now the Fusion in the Northern Conference currently sitting at number 7. They have played the fewest games, though, so they've got a chance to maybe catch up, get some points here, as they are 1-3 on the season at this point. Let's take a look at the starters here, as actually we're going to have our national anthem coming up here first, so we will take actually a quick pause here, and we'll get to our national anthem from We'll do our national anthem right now here from Jim Dakota Stadium. We'll get to the start of our match. Now into a steady rainfall as we get ready for.
Teams in today's contest. Let's play some soccer.
We're going to get this one underway as we'll get to our starters as we go along. But the rain has definitely picked up here, probably in the last 10 to 15 minutes. And look at the forecast. There was some shower activity, basically kind of moving in from the west, kind of south central and central North Dakota at this point, and kind of basically on cue. Where I think we'll be dealing with the rain here for at least the first half, if not a little bit longer. Maybe we get to intermission here, get to halftime, and maybe some of that lets up a little bit as right along Interstate 94 and kind of pushing east-northeast. We'll probably be dealing with this rainfall. They can basically play in the rains. If we get to lightning and that such, then could lead to a delay. We were just talking here in the press box before the game. There was a game a couple of years ago. I'm trying to remember if it was 2021 or 22, and I was trying to remember if it was a women or men's game here at Dakota Stadium where we just kind of hit one rain cell and some lightning that cost us at least 30 minutes, if not a little bit longer. If you do have a lightning delay, it is basically 30 minutes if it's somewhere in the general vicinity, and it will cost you, it's basically 30 minutes with the lightning strike. As the officials entered to talk things over here as the goalkeepers for both teams, Quinn Carter out of Minnesota State University Moorhead, Mandan, North Dakota, will be the keeper for the Dakota Fusion, and we are underway in this one here from Dakota Stadium. All of a sudden, a rainy Dakota Stadium. Fusion in the white jerseys, Sioux Falls in the kind of the multicolored jersey, a little bit of blue, a little bit of pink, as they'll try to advance it into the box, and handled there by Sioux Falls. It was handled there by Molly Van Meteren. And they regain possession. Now on the near side, Haley Christensen on a cross, loose, into the box, and that one cleared aside by the Dakota Fusion. Did not get a shot on goal, and I don't know if we really consider that a scoring chance either. Kept in play. They'll try throw it in front again. Not able to put it on the goal, taken there by the Dakota Fusion. And Ellie Feeney. Feeney on defense. On defense, Ellie Feeney, Emily Larson, and Diane Montoya, along with Blake Hurley for the Fusion. Hurley out of Horace, North Dakota, Cheyenne High School, and Minnesota State University Moorhead. Goalkeeper Quinn Carter sends it in. Comes near side, now to play. Midfielders will be Emma Burns out of Tulare, California, and University of Minnesota Crookston. Also midfielder is Victoria Keeley. As Sioux Falls basically kept it in their offensive end, as trying to stay in play and trying to play it in is Haley Christensen. Christensen tries a cross, but it is kicked aside. Nice job by Emily Larson to kick it out of play. This is about the hardest we've seen the rain, just a steady rain. The umbrellas have popped up here at Dakota Stadium as corner kick coming here for Sioux Falls. They come out at 5-0. Scored over 20 goals total in their first 5 games. They've surrendered just one. Nice job by the goalkeeper Quinn Carter scoops that one up. And Carter will try and send it along. Rest of the starting lineup here for the Dakota Fusion. Forwards, number 2, Sarah Burgum, has both Fusion goals on the season, along with Sabrina Amezqua, Lindsay Erickson as well. Here comes Sioux Falls with it again, so they have really kind of controlled the pace of play to this point, really kept things, I said, talk about a hockey term, the ice has kind of slanted, the pitch is kind of slanted at this point as well. Also the forwards is Emma Burns, as we mentioned, for the Fusion. Sioux Falls comes back with Morgan Rhodes. And that one is cleared out. Morgan Rhodes, number 30, out of Wayne State College in Omaha, Nebraska, and kicked out of play, and Sioux Falls will throw it in from the far side, about 25 yards out. A little over 3 minutes in, scoreless in this one. Comes to the near side. Try a cross. That one's cut off as Haley Christensen, or from that far side, trying to set up some scoring chances. Rebecca Storr on defense. Weaves her way in just outside the 18 and puts it on goal, and that will be, we'll call that a shot there and visiting chance. Call that their first shot of the game as here comes Quinn Carter now for the Fusion. Basically trying to get it past midfield and over to the far side, trying to get there first with Sarah Burgum for the Fusion and out of play. So right around midfield they will throw it in. Will Sioux Falls City. Fusion just trying to get some offensive possession and at least try to move things out of the attacking zone to the offensive areas. Van Meter in for Sioux Falls. For Morgan Rhodes. Olschlager 4 goals. Olschlager second of the team in scoring for Sioux Falls. Cadence Ramirez, who also did not make the trip, has 3 goals on the season. 2 of their top 3 scorers are not here tonight for Sioux Falls, but they've got a fair amount of depth. Certainly got a little more depth than the Fusion have. Fusion with 3 reserves available tonight. Aubrey Dew, Daniela Garro, and also Lily Johnson. Nearly 5 minutes in here in the opening half. Comes back towards midfield. Mezgua. Mezgua sends that one along, and they'll try and keep it in play, and cannot. Unable to chase it down was Lindsay Erickson. Ball goes out of play. And finally, the Fusion will get to try and work on their end of the pitch here as we are scoreless. And this rain expected to probably hang around for the majority of the match, at least for the first half, if not a little bit longer. And really no severe weather threat, just a basic rain shower. Sioux Falls sends it along. Comes here to the near side. And cleared out. Nice job by the Fusion. And Diana Montoya on defense. Montoya, Cochise College from Tijuana, Mexico. Ball out of play and thrown in by the Fusion. Ellie Feeney does the honors. Keeley over to the near corner and unable to get to it was Lindsay Erickson for the Dakota Fusion and out of play. Be sent in by Keeley, by Victoria Keeley from the corner. About 6 minutes in. And scoreless. Sioux Falls at 5-0. Fusion, this is just their 5th game of the year. They are 1-3. And when thrown in, had her opportunity, and nice job to clear that out by Sioux Falls City. Headed out to midfield. And in possession, Ellie Feeney sends it near side now to play. Sioux Falls opened up May 31st, 7-0 over Rochester. Beat the Joy Athletic Club June 2nd, 3-1. The Minnesota Thunder June 7th, 2-0. Manitou on the 9th, 6-0. Maplebrook Fury, their last game last weekend, by a count of 5-0 there. Ball out of play, and it will be thrown in by the Fusion. That's sent in by Ellie Feeney. Lindsay Erickson for Mezgua. Mezgua trying to weave her way through defenders and finally taken back by Sioux Falls. I mentioned it's kind of a battle up at the top with Sioux Falls and Salvo at this point. Sioux Falls will be in action later this weekend. They will be back at home at Bob Young Field against Mankato. A pair of matches next week as well. Meantime, for the Fusion, Battle Fort taken away by the Fusion. Nice job there by Keeley. Cleared back out by Sioux Falls. On the near side it goes. Working her way in. Nice move past a pair of defenders and out of play is job to chase that down for Sioux Falls and at least work her way so they kind of will get things back. Not quite of the box, but it looks like it'll be from the far corner. And it's going to be Ulschlager. Actually, no, it won't be Ulschlager, but she was the one to carry that into the box. Mo Malone from Placentia, California. It's the college at UTEP, Texas El Paso. As we are a little over 8 minutes in, about 8.5 minutes in. Corner kick coming from the far side. Corner kick does not connect as Sioux Falls, nice job by Sioux Falls to keep it in play. Sent in front, cleared out by the Fusion. Morgan Rhodes will let that bounce out of bounds and will quickly throw that back in from near midfield. Fusion, nice job to handle that. Ellie Feeney trying to head that one and does out of play. So Rhodes will throw it back in again. Nearly 9 minutes in, we are scoreless. Ball comes back to Rhodes. Handled in traffic. Here's a chance. Christensen. Christensen moves in. Shot and save made. Nice job, Quinn Carter. So second shot there. Second real good quality scoring chance. She was able to move in on the defense. So the goalkeeper, Carter, sends that one through center. Handled there by Sarah Burgum. 9.5 minutes into this opening half, and can't really tell that the weather is really hampering things a whole lot. And the Fusion pretty much trying to hold their own defensively here is for the Fusion. Roll on Suarez there as it comes back to midfield. Here comes Sioux Falls with possession again. Taken back by the Fusion, and Lindsay Erickson intercepted back. Morgan Rhodes been very active here in this first half for Sioux Falls. Comes back now to Lindsay Erickson. Erickson out of West Fargo, Cheyenne High School. Well, the school plays college soccer just down the street from Minnesota State University Moorhead. Here comes back Sioux Falls again. A chance goes just wide. Scoring chance just wide there is goaltender Quinn Carter will handle things here for the Fusion. Made a couple of saves here early on. Last attempt missed the net. We won't consider that a scoring chance. Comes to the near side, trying to keep it in play, and Erickson does. Cut off there by Morgan Rhodes and out of play, and the Fusion will throw it back in with Ellie Feeney. Feeney, more local product of Moorhead. Plays collegiately at the University of Mary out in Bismarck, as the Northern Sun Conference pretty well represented on this Fusion squad. As look at Sioux Falls as well. Got Tyrese Zacher from Brandon, South Dakota, but plays college soccer here in the Fargo-Moorhead area for North Dakota State. They represented some South Dakota State, University of South Dakota. Mia Mullenmeister, who is their leading scorer, not with the team tonight, is a highly decorated player from Mitchell, South Dakota in her high school days, now plays collegiately at Utah State. She's their leading scorer with 7 goals. Had a player of the week on her early in the season. Here comes Sioux Falls again, but not with the team tonight. About 12 minutes in, we are scoreless. Controlled there by Sioux Falls. Tyrese Zacher. Zacher out of Brandon, South Dakota, Sioux Falls area, and does play collegiately at NDSU. Zacher gets it back here near side. There's an opportunity as Christensen unable to get to it. Split 2 defenders with that feed downfield, but unable to get there as the goalkeeper Quinn Carter scoops that one up. Carter out of Mandan, North Dakota, near side. And out of play. This is a really good opportunity for those college players to kind of stay in soccer shape, compete pretty high level. As this league, the WPSL, continues to grow. Fusion unable to handle it as they try to take that one away. Ulschlager unable to chase it down, but we'll see if, and it will be the Fusion will have possession. They tried that feed and were unable to handle it. Ulschlager tried to keep it in play. Nearly 13 minutes into this opening half and no score. Ball will go all the way to the goalkeeper. That is Campbell Fisher from Hartford, South Dakota. Collegiately plays at the University of South Dakota for the Coyotes. Taken back by the Fusion. They look to handle it. Nice move there. Mezqua Mezqua has a teammate with her as Lindsey Erickson with her. Mezqua gives up possession there again. Morgan Rhodes been very active here. Kind of on defense, almost as a midfielder, but more so on defense for Sioux Falls as he possession back to her team. Schläger couldn't stop that ball as it comes back to Morgan Rhodes. Now Van Meeteren. Nearly 14 minutes into this opening half. Still no score. Rain looks like it's starting to lighten up just a little bit as coming well out of the goal. Nice job there, Quinn Carter, to scoop it up. As Carter is on a couple of substitutions in once we get a stoppage here for the Fusion. Aubrey Dew. Fargo Shanley product will check in, as will Lily Johnson once we get a break. So we got a stoppage. Fusion with an opportunity is getting hauled down there with Sarah Burgum. And fired back and out of play is one scooped up there by the Fusion as they've yet to get a scoring chance. Now they'll get the substitutions in, as you can see, coming in from the bottom of your screen. Will be Aubrey Dew and also Lily Johnson.
For the Fusion, number 4, Aubrey Dew, and number 15, Lily Johnson.
So out for the Fusion will go Emma Burns, and Sarah Bergram will also take a seat as well. All right, kind of a cool overcast night, and it's cooled off a little bit more here with the rain. It probably hit maybe 10 to 15 minutes perhaps before the start of our match tonight. Low 70s temperature-wise. Here comes Sioux Falls from left to right here in this opening half. 3-on-5. There's an opportunity coming out of the cage again and able to get to that ball once again. Goalkeeper Quinn Carter. She took a good line, good read on that ball, and a loose ball, able to sprawl down and get to it. 15 and a half minutes into this opening half. Go to the far side. Headed there by Lily Johnson. Quickly taken back by Sioux Falls, but there, Aubrey Dew sends it back to her teammate and goalkeeper Carter. Feeney kind of directing traffic. They'll send it to Feeney. Feeney cannot take it out a short hop bounce and out of play, and will be sent back in. Possession to the Fusion. Battling for that ball, Lindsey Erickson for the Dakota Fusion. One tossed in, headed on the opportunity as out of play, and it will stay with the Fusion. Keeley was over there for the Fusion. Ellie Feeney on the throw in. Tosses that one in, headed. Mezqua can't get it. Now Keeley. Keeley gains possession. Centers on the pass attempt. Taken back there by Haley Christensen. All out of play, and Sioux Falls will gain possession here with a little over 17 minutes in, and still scoreless. Sioux Falls in 5 games has scored 23 goals, so they're averaging 4.6 goals through their first 5 matches, and all goes out of play and will stay in possession of Sioux Falls. Morgan Rhodes throws that one in. Here's a Mezqua. Mezqua, boy, nice job to recover there by Rhodes, and comes back and takes that ball away from Mezqua. Fusion kicked out of play there, as I think was trying to lead a teammate on the far side, Nellie Feeney, but kicked out of play, and possession now to Sioux Falls City. 17 and a half minutes into this opening half, and 0-0. Headed by Ellie Feeney. Battle for it. Fusion end of the pitch, and finally Rebecca Storr out of Switzerland. College soccer at Minot State University. All the way down as Quinn Carter will play it. They tried to kind of split 2 forwards, see if one of them, and one had the best chance was Haley Christensen. Comes to the near side now is Christensen. Sends it into the box and eventually out of play. Quinn Carter with it. Really after a fast start, probably in the first, I'd say 5 to 8 minutes, where Sioux Falls had some scoring chances. Now they may get an opportunity here. They put it in front, and attempt by McKenna Lehman. Lehman, who has 1 goal in the season, over to the corner and out of play. And I think Sioux Falls, will they get the corner kick? It looks like that they will. Oh, this will be a throw in here. Toss back in, comes back to Christensen. Now Morgan Rhodes on a cross, did not connect. And battle for it, Christensen along with to make that Ulschlager. Fusion tried to send it along, but possession back to Sioux Falls. A little over 19 minutes into this first half. Rhodes, Christensen near sideline. Not quite into the box, just outside of the 18. Zacher. There's Zacher, and that one partially tipped, and we'll call that a shot and a scoring chance, and that one scooped up. Nicely done there by Quinn Carter. He's made 3 saves as they'll get Emma Burns and Sarah Burgum back into the match. Once we get a stoppage, they are set to check in at our next break. And that will be right now. So Burgum
Checking back into the game
and Burns will come back in for the Fusion.
Number 3, Emma Burns.
So you'll get a breather here for the Fusion as out will go Lindsay Erickson and Sabrina Mezqua. We'll get their first break here of the first half. A little over 20 minutes in. Ball out of bounds, and Dakota Fusion will throw it back in. They've yet to get scoring chance. Shot on goal to this point. Ball pinballed around. And here comes Sioux Falls. Back in Ulschlager. Ulschlager in. Nice job. Kick save there by Quinn Carter. Ulschlager in on the keeper. Here's another attempt that goes up and over the goal and out of play. So Ulschlager and on the run that time. And nice job, Quinn Carter, to deny Ulschlager. Looking for her 5th goal of the season. Ulschlager picked up a goal in their last game last weekend, that 5-0 win. So 5-0 is, or actually 4-0 correction on that. Shots and scoring chances. Another opportunity here. As that one set off the side of the net and out of play by Lola Ansurez out of Miraloma, California. College player at Minot State University. So the old Northern Sun Conference, NSIC, well represented here for both teams tonight. 21.5 minutes in the opening half, and we have no score, 0-0. Carter, handled by Sioux Falls, handled there by Tyrese Zacher. Fusion come back with Keeley. Keeley knocks it free. Knocked it away that time from Yui Fuji. Sioux Falls City keeps it in play. Comes to the near side for Morgan Rhodes. Rhodes can be used as on defense or as a forward. Has been very active here this evening. Ball comes back for Haley Christensen. Christensen 2 goals in the season for Sioux Falls. Back in through traffic, Yui Fuji, as that one scooped up by goalkeeper Quinn Carter. 22.5 minutes into this first half, so nearly about halfway through. Opening half of play and still scoreless. Fusion to midfield. Able to send that one along, bottled up by Sioux Falls and eventually sent out of play by the Fusion. Sioux Falls will have possession. Morgan Rhodes once again. Thrown in from the near sideline as Rhodes gets the return feed. Burgum out front defensively for the Fusion. Long feed trying to connect and does with Yui Fuji. Here comes Sioux Falls with it as Trying to connect there as Christensen kind of stopped her route. If she'd have kept going maybe into the box, she might have had a chance on that, but goaltender for the Fusion, Quinn Carter, scoops that one up. 23 and a half minutes in. First half of play. The rain we've had lightened up a little bit, but kind of a light and steady rain. As we'll check on the radar right now. Scoreless match here with the Fusion and Sioux Falls. Yeah, still a fair amount of rain from the kind of down to our southwest. Some of that will probably hit the Fargo-Moorhead area. Continue probably for the next, let's say, 30 to 45 minutes, maybe even 30 to 60. All to play. And again, Sioux Falls starting to, I'll say, take full control, but they have had a couple of, I would say, not grade A scoring chances, probably A- to B scoring chances, and a couple of nice saves by Quinn Carter here early on. And Sioux Falls will reset. Morgan Rhodes comes back to Rhodes here down the near sideline. Rhodes harassed there by the Fusion and Medora Ansurez. Rhodes throws that one in. Sent back out of play and possession to the Fusion. Substitution back in for the Dakota Fusion is Lindsey Erickson. Erickson in for Lola Ansurez. Thrown in by Feeney. Headed back towards midfield, where it's handled there by Victoria Keeley. Back to Sioux Falls City. They'll send it deep. Headed back by Diane Montoya on defense. Montoya, Tijuana, Mexico, by way of Cochise College. Here with the Fusion this summer. Emma Burns on the near sideline and out of play, unable to chase that one down. Lily Johnson for the Fusion as Sioux Falls will throw it in from the far sideline. Nearly 26 minutes into this opening half. And just about everybody in the crowd tonight that has an umbrella has it popped up as scoreless first half. Morgan Rhodes coming for the Fusion, and we'll take a look at that schedule once we get an opportunity. The Fusion will take on the Minnesota Thunder at Providence Academy School in the Twin Cities. It'll be a 4 p.m. start for that on Sunday. Home next Friday and Sunday are the Fusion. Joy Athletic Club here next Friday night at 7. And then Rochester United will be here on June 30th, the Sunday afternoon, for a 2 p.m. start. Well, the goalkeepers, in a quiet first half, Campbell Fisher sends that ball along. Sioux Falls gets it back towards midfield. Trying to connect that time, trying to find how to break out with Haley Christensen, but that broken up with the Fusion. They've taken care of some of those breakout pass opportunities pretty well. They bottle up the middle here and gain possession. Sarah Burgum sends that one along, kind of bounced around Lindsey Erickson trying to locate it. Rhodes will play it. Rhodes into traffic. Nice job again. Basically kind of bottle up the middle of the pitch here. Burgum comes in on Rhodes, and whistle a foul called as Sioux Falls will quickly gain possession again. 27 and a half minutes into this first half. We haven't had much for stoppages, so I don't know. We'll have little to any stoppage time to this point. Keeley sends the ball along. That one blocked nicely by Sioux Falls. It'll stay in play, chasing it down Blake Hurley. And Hurley wisely will send it back to goalkeeper Quinn Carter. Carter. Long feed does not connect, and it's handled there by Van Meeteren. And come the Fusion once more as Aubrey Dew trying to advance it. Feed connects. Haley Christensen. Christensen from the near side into the box. Tries across, and that one wide of everybody as Gulschlager will handle that over in the corner. As to send it back, Van Meeteren Like just outside the 18, Van Meeteren. Back for Christensen. Returns it to Van Meeteren. Christensen. A little two-player game. And that one sent wide. I'll call that a scoring chance, even though it missed the net. It was a nice job there by Van Meeteren and Christensen. They were really kind of in sync with one another there. Nearly into the 29th minute here of the opening half of play and still scoreless. Again, with just 3 substitutions that the Fusion have, they've kind of wisely mixed and matched their roster here early on. Here comes Morgan Rhodes again with a depth factor to Sioux Falls. Comes back to Christensen. Christensen over to the corner. Rhodes there for help. Now Rhodes in deep. Tries a cross, cut off there by the Fusion and headed out of play. Sioux Falls will throw it in from the corner. Headed out by Diane Montoya for the Fusion. Quickly tossed back in. Rhodes near corner, blocked and out of play by the Fusion. And will be a corner kick opportunity here for Sioux Falls. Actually, this correction, the second on the game. That one might have maybe grazed. Getting a piece of it actually was Carter. Like a changed flight, so she must have got a piece of it. I don't think it hit. Don't think it hit any of the net or hit the goalpost. And corner kick coming once again. Schläger on the corner kick into traffic. Sioux Falls able to chase that one down. Sioux Falls chased down by Ellie Olson. Sent in front. Through traffic. And another opportunity. And there is a save there. Rebecca Storr is able to throw that one on goal. Save there for Quinn Carter. So 7 scoring chances. And I have 6 saves unofficially here for Carter. Feeding. Cleared out, but taken there by Tyrese Zacher. And Sioux Falls again will gain possession. Campbell Fisher, the goalkeeper, as they reset. Comes here to the near side. Morgan Rhodes for Sioux Falls. Rhodes down the near side. Tries to advance it. It's broken up for an instant by Ellie Feeney. Now Molly Van Meeteren. Quick passing, good ball work there, and knocked out of play. Nice job to hustle back for the Fusion to break that up. Emily Larson breaking that one up on McKenna Lehman. Lehman out of Lakeville, Minnesota, and collegiately at St. Thomas. So, talked about the NSIC, but the Summit League represented very well here, and with both teams for the Dakota Fusion. It's picked up a little bit here in the last couple of minutes, nearly the 32nd minute. We have a corner kick coming once more for Sioux Falls. Corner kick comes long and wide, but kept in by Sioux Falls. Another opportunity here, handled in front, and they score! Goal will go to Yui Fuji. Fuji picks up her 3rd goal in the 32nd minute. And Sioux Falls takes a 1-0 lead.
Checking into the game for the Dakota Fusion is number 16, Lola Anshez. Also checking into the game for Sioux Falls City.
Sioux Falls.
Number 6, Mia Bosch.
Mia Bosch will check in out of Thunder Bay, Ontario, and South Dakota State. So Yui Fuji, we credited with the goal to make it 1-0. Looked like that's what I had for the goal was Yui Fuji out of Osaka, Japan, Dodge City Community College. I live in Dodge City, Kansas. So 1-0 Sioux Falls. And the Fusion send it down the near side. And that one just wide as well. So 1-0 in favor of Sioux Falls, and that rain starting to.
Strong goal for Sioux Falls City in the 33rd minute. Number 19, forward Yui Fuji.
So substitution in for Sioux Falls. That'll be checking in number 9 for Sioux Falls. Going to see if we've got that on our roster or not. We'll check that out here once we get an opportunity here. Is 1-0 your score. So after getting some quality opportunities here, they eventually do grab the lead. It's like a number 9, Lindsey DeHaven, midfielder. He is in there for Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls in again, but that is cleared out and all the way down the length of the pitch by Feeney, and ball's out of plays. So does Lindsey DeHaven, checks in now for Sioux Falls, and Sioux Falls will throw it in. 34.5 minutes into this first half, so just under 11 minutes at least here in this first half. 1-0 Sioux Falls. Again, they will gain possession. Ball comes back to the keeper, Campbell Fisher. Near side, Rhodes. So now they've got the edge at 1-0 here. We'll see. Do they spread things out a little bit more offensively? Van Meeteren tries to head it. Battle for that ball is finally gaining control there. Nice job by Lola Unsurez. Ellie Johnson, far side, battles for the ball out of play. She battled there with Sioux Falls and defender Rebecca Storr. Fusion yet with a scoring chance or shot on goal through this first half. All battle for it, and finally Sioux Falls gains possession. Rhodes sets up to the near side, gets the feed. Out near midfield. Good footwork there to keep the ball in play. Turns it from O'Malone. Tried to connect on the feed to Van Meeteren. That one gets cut off. Near side. Here comes the Fusion with it. Burgum has it blocked by Morgan Rhodes. Fusion will throw it in. 36 minutes into this first half. 1-0 in favor of Sioux Falls. It's one thing maybe one thing that might affect things, especially even with field turf, is rainfall like that can get a little bit slick. If it gets kind of little bit wet, you try to cut, try to make sharp cuts. That might be one thing. But really haven't seen that from players so far. But that's maybe one thing to maybe keep an eye on as this light to moderate rainfall continues here at Jim Goda Stadium. Burgum now for the Fusion. Has it taken away. Nice job by Mo Malone. Her real name Madeline, out of Placentia, California. Sioux Falls on the attack. Comes back to Malone. They've got white numerals on those multicolored jerseys. These old failing eyes appreciate that. Van Meeteren near side, trying to handle it is Mia Bosch. Bosch on a cross and taking on a short hop, but out of play. Good scoring chance there for Sioux Falls. Cross was handled well, and scoring chance, I think, for McKenna Lehman. It looks like it was. 37.5 minutes in this first half. From Jim Goda Stadium here at Moorhead High School. Haven't been over here at Moorhead High. There's a lot of improvements made on the grounds. Basically new and improved Moorhead High School, kind of off in the distance. You can kind of see it up and towards the top of your screen. New athletic facilities adjacent to the Moorhead Sports Center as the ball goes out of play. And the Dakota Fusion women's team, pair of matches next week at home on the 28th and the 30th. Be their final 2 home games of the regular season, and the regular season will finish up July 7th against the Maplebrook Fury on the road. Of course, the Dakota Fusion men having a nice season. From Sioux Falls, Taylor Thomas battles for that ball, and in control there for Sioux Falls once more. As over there was Lindsay DeHaven, midfielder. Rhodes along the near sideline, surrounded and step for step with where was Burgum for the Fusion. Fusion spreading things out defensively and gain the ball after a turnover. Fusion come back. Emma Burns back into the match is intercepted, taken there by Sioux Falls. Taken back there once again by Lindsay DeHaven. DeHaven sends that one along. Battle for the ball, Ulschlager. Well, the Ulschlager and Haley Christensen handle things basically forwards on the outside. 39th minute of play here in this opening half. One nothing Sioux Falls. DeHaven comes here to the near side and back to midfield. Rhodes gathers it into the run. Rhodes down the near sideline. Throws it in front, did not connect. They do keep it in the box, however. And just outside of the box, broken up. Nice job there by the Fusion to clear that ball out. Well done there by the Fusion. Your Lily Johnson. They've gotten things kind of set up, kind of in and just outside of the 18, and broke that ball up and forces Sioux Falls to gather it in, as it's going to be offside called there as they try to connect on that long feed, but offside call. She just kind of crept in a couple of steps before the ball arrived. Emily Larson does the honors, sends that one in for the Fusion. Just out of the reach of Emma Burns. Now for Burgum, couldn't pick it up on the bounce, and will slowly come to the near side and out of play, and Sioux Falls will throw it in. Nearly into the 41st minute here in this first half from Moorhead. Under a steady rainfall, kind of light to moderate rain. 1-0 Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls City throws it in. On the header was Ellie Feeney for the Fusion. As over there was on Suarez and Lindsay Erickson for the Fusion. Broken up, comes back towards midfield. Burns after it. For Burgum. Burgum near side. Broken up by Morgan Rhodes, but the ball comes back to Burgum. They'll try and send it to the middle of the pitch as getting knocked down there for the Fusion. Getting knocked down was Lily Johnson. Just outside the box, and that attempt sails wide. Trying to send that one on goal and out of play. I guess we'll call that a scoring chance, even though the ball did not hit the net and miss the net on that. Into the 42nd minute here in this first half. Still 1-0. Sioux Falls with the advantage. All broken up. And comes out to Lindsay Erickson. Ball just into the 18. Quickly cleared out by Sioux Falls. Broken up. Feeney. Near side. Burgum battles for it, and the ball goes out of play. And thrown back in by Sioux Falls once again, right in front of their own bench. So you can see Sioux Falls City, their bench, and at the bottom left of your screen, Burgum. Header attempt. And the Fusion with on Suarez. And that one scooped up by the goalkeeper there. As that one scooped up by the keeper, Campbell Fisher. Approaching the end of this first half, just into the 43rd minute here from Jim Goda Stadium. Yui Fuji, the only goal of this first half for Fuji, her third of the season, to give Sioux Falls a 1-0 edge. All cleared out, now to play by the Fusion, cleared out there by Emily Larson. Larson out of West Fargo. Plays college soccer at Concordia. Played for West Fargo High. Ball out of play as it will be ball to the Fusion. Along the far sideline is Emily Larson will do the honors here. On the free kick. Ball far side and trying to advance at Sioux Falls, but out of play. Blake Hurley will throw it in. 44th minute here of this opening half. Still 1-0. 1-0 Sioux Falls. Ball back to Hurley. Force it back towards midfield. Ball broken up. Eventually trying to take it away for an instant was Taylor Thomas. Sent in deep by the Fusion as we get towards the end of this first half. Sioux Falls will let that ball go through to goaltender Campbell Fisher. Fisher, nice job kind of backing down to head it was Lola Ansurez. Ulschlager after it. Ulschlager in on the keeper. She might have a chance for an open net if she can gather it in, but the goalkeeper able to recover. Quinn Carter able to get back in position. There's a shot and they score. As Ulschlager will get the goal on that one. Katarina Ulschlager picks up the goal. Right here towards the end of the first half in the 44th minute. That'll make it now 2-0 Sioux Falls. Looked like it was Katarina Ulschlager.
Sioux Falls City in the 45th minute. It is Katarina Ulschlager.
So Ulschlager picks up her 5th goal of the season.
We have now entered stoppage time.
So we are into stoppage time. So into stoppage time here in this first half. For how long? We shall see, but we've gone through our full 45. Now into stoppage time here as that ball advanced by Burgum. Goalkeeper Campbell Fisher sends that one along, so 2-0 Sioux Falls here is Morgan Rhodes, and I think that we didn't have a lot of stoppage time, maybe about a minute or so, and that will get us to halftime. So that'll take care of that. We are into halftime here.
Halftime, score Sioux Falls City 2 and Dakota Fusion 0.
So 2-0 in favor of Sioux Falls as they get goals from Yui Fuji in the 32nd minute. And nearly into the 45th minute, we'll call it the 44th minute from Katarina Ulschlager. 2-0 in favor of Sioux Falls through the first half of play. So 2-0 your score. We'll take a pause. And we will come back here.
Thanks for watching MSPN Digital Television, your home for area youth, high school, and semi-professional sports broadcasts, news, scores, and more. We are between games, and our broadcast crew is preparing for our next live broadcast that is only minutes away. Thanks for watching MSPN Digital Television. We are at halftime of this Dakota Fusion game. Our broadcast team will return shortly for the second half, which is coming up in minutes right here on MSPN Digital Television. Follow us online on our social media platforms. Simply search MSPN DTV, and when you see our logo, you'll know it's us. Visit MSPNDTV.com to learn more about MSPN Digital Television. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and become a member for as low as $9.99 per month. Thanks for watching MSPN Digital Television. Visit MSPNDTV.com to learn more about MSPN Digital Television. Advertising on MSPN Digital Television is a win-win. Support a channel that will support your business. Our production team will ensure promotion of your business is a success during MSPN broadcasts. Haven't tried online digital television advertising before? Mention this ad. All first-time sponsors will receive 10% off. Call or email info@mspndtv.com or 320-337-MSPN. That's 320-337-6776. Visit mspndtv.com to learn more about MSPN Digital Television. Interact with MSPN Digital Television online. Simply search MSPN DTV to find us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, X, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Once you see our logo, you'll know it's us. Get news, highlights, and final scores on all the games, teams, and athletes that you care about the most. And don't forget about our website at mspndtv.com. It's the social life of MSPN Digital TV. Just search MSPN DTV and start following us today. This is MSPN Digital Television, promoting local teams and local athletes since 2017 in North Dakota and Minnesota. Advertise your business on MSPN Digital Television. For more information, you can send us an email to info@mspndtv.com. You can also give us a call during regular business hours by dialing 320-337-MSPN. That's 320-337-6776. Mention this ad in your conversation with us, and we will take 10% off your sponsorship package. Put your product or service in front of hundreds of loyal viewers per game. MSPN Digital Television. Visit us online at our website, mspndtv.com. Subscribe to the channel and become a member for as low as $9.99 per month. Cancel anytime. No questions asked.
All right, we return here to Jim Dakota Stadium at Moorhead High as we're just about ready for the second half of play. 2-0, 2-0 in favor of Sioux Falls. The Sioux Falls goals. Yui Fuji picks up her third of the year in the 32nd minute. And right at the end of the half of the 44th minute, late in the 44th minute, Katarina Ulschlager picks up her fifth goal of the year. And about ready to get this second half underway as Sioux Falls will have possession to get things started. There you see the chances and official shot/scoring chances. 11-2 in favor of Sioux Falls City, looking to move their mark to 6-0 and record their fifth shutout of the year. And the Fusion looking to get on the board. 1-3, have 3 points. And right now sitting in the number 7 spot out of the 10 teams in the Northern Conference of the WPSL. Check of the radar right now. The majority of the rain has passed in basically to the north and northeast of us into kind of western and northwestern Minnesota. Still some light rain, but looks like the majority has passed. I don't know if the rain will let up by the time this match comes to a close. As both teams ready to go. The officials going to get the officials, our 4 officials in play here to start second half. Teams will swap sides, and we're underway. Second half officially underway here from Sioux Falls. Pass broken up by Lindsay Erickson. Erickson out there for the Fusion, taken back by Sioux Falls. Trying to connect with Ulschlager. That does not connect. Headed there by Sioux Falls City. Ellie Olson on defense, along with Mo Malone. Van Meeteren down the near sideline, taken back by the Fusion. Ball rolls back to midfield, and here come the Fusion with it as they gain possession, and that one booted out of play. Nice job to break that up there. Well done by Sabrina Mezqua. As Sioux Falls, the ball is thrown in along the near side. Ball goes out of play, and Ulschlager will fire it in from the near side. 2-0 Sioux Falls. Second half underway, and ball out of play again. Ulschlager, and will be tossed in by Rebecca Storr. Now the near side. Fusion break that play up. Comes back to Sioux Falls, and taken there by Sioux Falls City as Lindsay DeHaven, midfielder, starts out for the second half of play. And again, 2 of their leading scorers for Sioux Falls not with the team tonight, with Mullenmeister and Ramirez. All out of play. Mia Mullenmeister, we talked about her, South Dakota product out of Mitchell, South Dakota. And a highly decorated high school career in South Dakota. And here comes Sioux Falls. Mullenmeister plays collegiately at Utah State. Ball to midfield. Taken there by Lindsay DeHaven again. Keeping it play down the near side and broken up and out of play. And the Fusion will throw it in. Blake Hurley to do so as Hurley on defense to start this second half of play. Ball broken up by Sioux Falls. Hurley will throw it again and again, trying to connect with Lindsay Erickson. Tossed in near side, and Storr for Ulschlager. Ulschlager trying to get to that ball and scooped up by Quinn Carter. So no scoring chances. Rain is not completely stopped, but it feels like it's lightened up a little bit here at Jim Dakota Stadium. Turned into a soggy, overcast Friday evening here at Moorhead High School. And the foul's going to be whistled against Sioux Falls, and Rebecca Storr was over there. Is free kick coming. Free kick opportunity headed back. Nice job defensively there by Sioux Falls. I think that was DeHaven again. Cleared out again by Sioux Falls City. And sent out a play, so the Fusion will get a chance to throw it in. Blake Hurley will do so. Hurley, local product out of Horace, Minnesota State University Moorhead, in for Lindsey Erickson. So Hurley and Erickson, both college teammates and both playing West Fargo Cheyenne, as it'll be Blake Hurley to throw it in again from the near sideline as we are nearly out of the 49th minute, about 4 minutes into this second half of play. 2-0 Sioux Falls. Got to play again, and this is probably the most sustained time we've seen the Fusion get in there. Basically, they're into the end of the field, end of the pitch here. Just had a couple of scoring chances and kind of modest scoring chances at that. Montoya battles for that ball, broke it up, and Sioux Falls with goalkeeper Campbell Fisher. And directing traffic. And right now with a 2-0 lead, and well, say you completely put the brakes on, but you can certainly try to tighten things up defensively. Fusion try to keep things in their end of the field. Morgan Rhodes over there for Sioux Falls. Ball comes rolling back to midfield. Haley Christensen trying to send that one along. Broken up by the Fusion again, and they'll take possession. Back to Quinn Carter's. They'll reset. As the keeper will send it along for Hurley. Quickly trying to advance it, and does, for Emma Burns. Sent deep, and Amezcua trying to get there and stumbled and went down. She is still down. The ball goes out of play. As Amezcua got a stride in her defender, and I don't know if she slipped or got tripped up, but she went down. So we'll have injury down, as she is down on the pitch right now. Trainer via Essentia Health is going to check on her, and it might be, it looks like maybe the right knee perhaps. There you can see, that's kind of asking her a few questions right now. As she, it looks like it might be right thigh or right knee. They're going to try and get that stretched out. So, I don't know, maybe a cramp perhaps, but it's not a, you compete and you battle, you get warmed up a little bit. It's not a hot night by any imagine. It's kind of actually a little bit cool for first day or second day of summer, but testing that right knee right now on Sabrina Amezcua. And she'll be helped up, and Sarah Burgum will check in for the Fusion, and Amezcua up on her own power. Slight assistance, if anything, is Sarah Burgum out of Mandan, who has both Fusion goals on the season. Plays collegiately at Minnesota Crookston, just up Highway 75, as Amezcua will go to the training table. Burgum will check in now for the Fusion.
Sarah Burgum. A big thanks to our trainers provided by Essentia Health.
And thrown in by Blake Hurley. Hurley tries to head it back, but broken up by Sioux Falls. Broken up well there by Ulschlager. Headed back there by Sioux Falls, and Daniela Garro is into the match here for the Fusion. Near sideline, Ulschlager gains possession. Trying to weave her way into the box, and it is in for a goal. Went off the hands of the keeper, Carter, and in for a goal in the 52nd minute. That makes it 3-0.
Scoring the goal in the 53rd minute is number 11, Hallie Christensen.
You got to Christensen, or was it Ulschlager? I have to go back and check on that, but I'm going to give it to Christensen on the goal in the 53rd minute to make it now 3-0 Sioux Falls. Boy, that's a tough one. Got that shot low, and Carter got her hands on it, but unable to complete the save, if you will. And like I said, that's kind of the equivalent maybe of a soft goal in soccer. 3-0 now. Boy, doesn't feel like still a lot of soccer to be played, but that kind of feels like an early backbreaker here at Sioux Falls. But Burgum has it broken up by Rebecca Storr, comes back towards midfield. Van Meeteren sends it out of play, so the Fusion will throw it in from midfield. Aubrey Dew is out there now for the Dakota Fusion. Throw it in. Played in a short hop pick there by Victoria Keeley. Now Dew, headed back by Sioux Falls City. 54 minutes in, about 9 minutes into the second half from Jim Goda Stadium, as the rain has not quite, I'll say officially stopped, but basically down to a few sprinkles at this point. 3-0 Sioux Falls. As Christensen gets the goal, it's her third. So it was either her or Ulschlager. Ulschlager got one right towards the end of the first half. Ball sent out of play. And the Fusion will throw it in, as substitution checking in for the Fusion will be Lola Anchores. As out will go, just looking to see who's checking out, and out goes Emma Burns for the Dakota Fusion. About 10 minutes into the second half.
Correction on the goal after video review. It was scored by number 10, Katarina Olschlager.
Okay. All right, so Olschlager does pick up the goal. Was her second. Here comes Olschlager again. That one broken up. So it's the second of the match for Olschlager and her sixth of the year. Molly Van Meeteren sends that ball along. Sioux Falls trying to get that into the 18. On the cross, Olschlager again, loose and in for a goal. Able to maneuver herself around the defender in avoiding contact with the goalkeeper, Quinn Carter. That one into the 55th minute, and Olschlager gets the hat trick, her third of the match, and it's 4-0 Sioux Falls. So a pair of goals about 2 minutes apart to make it now.
Scoring her third goal of the game in the 56th minute, number
Katarina Olschlager.
Katarina Olschlager.
Now with 7 goals in the season, ties her for the team lead. Their third of the night to make it now 4-0 Sioux Falls. So a couple there. If the first one of the half was not a backbreaker, that one definitely feels like it. Trying to chase that ball down for Sioux Falls. Getting to it. Nice job, Morgan Rhodes. Rhodes into the box. Tries a cross. Olschlager one more time. And she scores again. Third of the half. Her fourth of the match. 5-0 Sioux Falls. That one in the deep into the 56th minute. Katarina Olschlager scores her fourth consecutive goal for Sioux Falls.
In the 57th minute is number 10, Katarina Olschlager.
Into the 57th minute, her third of the half, and the 3 goals in about a 4-minute span, roughly. Maybe not even that. 3.5 to 4 minutes. And it's now 5-0 Sioux Falls. Kind of maneuvered herself into the box around the defender and kind of tight quarters, and it hasn't been, flashy shots or anything. It's been pretty fundamental, and she has connected on 3 in about a 4-minute span of the second half. So 5-0 your score in favor of Sioux Falls. Also out of play is on the training table for the Fusion. Kind of see at the bottom of your screen, looks like Emma Burns. So working on her, just looking to see maybe her, it's like the And maybe her left foot, perhaps. Hopefully nothing too serious. Free kick by Sioux Falls. Nice job to get to that one by Quinn Carter. And here come the Fusion with it. Fusion had a faster start here in the second half than what we saw to begin the match. Ball sent to midfield. Breaking that up. On a full header there by Van Meeteren. Yui Fuji. Fuji who started the scoring in the 32nd minute. And Sioux Falls now can play a little keep away here with a comfortable 5-0 lead. Maybe spread things out a little bit. Store. Cross field for Morgan Rhodes. And again, they're just kind of playing keep away and let the Fusion chase them around defensively as Rhodes tangled up there with one of the Fusion. That one's sent along. Here's Oschlager. She's got a chance into the open net as the goalkeeper got caught out of position, and that one went just wide. Boy, a golden opportunity there. As the goalkeeper, Carter, came well out of the goal. Got tangled up with some traffic kind of in the middle of the field. Oschlager didn't have a great angle, but pushed it just wide. Nearly into the 60th minute, 59 and change here in the match. Nearly 15 into the second half. All cleared all the way down. Fisher sends that one along. 5-0 here in favor of Sioux Falls, including 4 consecutive goals, 3 in the half by Katarina Oschlager. So 4 tonight, takes over the team lead for Sioux Falls with 8. I would think, we talked about that Wollenmeister had a player of the week honor earlier in the season. I think Oschlager, just with this performance alone, might be enough to garner some recognition from the WPSL. Fusion come back with it. They come back with Daniela Garro. Trying to keep it in play, Ellie Feeney, and does not. Be thrown in by Sioux Falls near midfield. Just over 60 minutes into the match, and substitutions in for Sioux Falls City now as Tyrese Zacher will check in. Lulu Moreno forward, number 12 is in out of Killeen, Texas. Northwest Tech, a junior college school, and Mia Bosch, Thunder Bay, Ontario, back into the match here as well for Sioux Falls. So Sioux Falls City can get a few more players in there, is right now in for Sioux Falls. Ellie Olsen is in, Van Meeteren as a midfielder. Fusion come back with it. Van Meeteren trying to chase it down and able to find Olsen. And they'll send it back to goalkeeper Fisher. They'll kind of reset here as 61 and a half minutes into this match. 16 and a half into the second half. 5-0 in favor of Sioux Falls. So right around their scoring average on the year. As a win, he would move them to 6-0, and they would keep pace at the top of the Northern Conference standings. The Salvo SC, who is 6-0 as well. On the near side, and I think what's coming up for Sioux Falls on their schedule. Next Friday, they'll host Salvo SC, and that could, as of right now, maybe be a battle for first place. They will be at Stillwater High School to take on St. Croix Legacy on the 30th. They will host Mankato 6 p.m. Sunday in Sioux Falls. Ball broken up. And back for Morgan Rhodes. Rhodes with Mo Malone. Rhodes gets it back near sideline. Ball rolling down the sideline, and Sioux Falls will throw it in. Nearly 63 minutes in. That one sent along as they did not connect. They were trying to find a player heading into the box there as Quinn Carter able to scoop it up. I think they were trying to connect. Let's see who that was for Sioux Falls near side. over the near sideline and out of play. Over there was Rebecca Storr for Sioux Falls. Sarah Burgum for the Fusion. And Storr to throw it in. And it was for the Fusion. That was Mia Bosch that really had that scoring opportunity. All tossed in, and looking over at the Fusion sideline as Mezgua, who was shaken up earlier, is on the bench right now. So we'll see if she does return at any time here in the remainder of the match. She went down, looked like maybe a left knee injury. They were working on that left knee. Burgum battles for it for the Fusion. Controlled there, Sioux Falls and Tyrese Zacher. Now Rhodes. Morgan Rhodes, talked about that first half, was very active. On the outside for Sioux Falls. And Rhodes sends that one along and will redirect that one to goalkeeper Quinn Carter. And Carter sends it deep. Comes out to Burgum. Burgum's pass broke it up. Taken back by a sliding Storr at midfield. Tyrese Zacher, and sent in deep by Mo Malone. Head along there by Lulu Moreno. Near side, Sioux Falls controls as gaining possession, Yui Fuji, who has a goal tonight. Back for Storr. Near side, trying to backpedal to play it over the far sideline. Sioux Falls City. Feeney on defense. A bad angle shot, but a scoring chance, and one scooped up there by goalkeeper Quinn Carter now for the Fusion. Rain continues here at Jim Goda Stadium at Moorhead High School as we are 65 minutes into the match. So I don't think the rain's going to completely stop by the time this one comes to a close, but I said the bulk of the rain showers that have come through have passed along Highway 10 and into northwestern Minnesota. Here come the Fusion again. Now the near side. Chasing after it comes Lindsay Erickson. Erickson there along with Daniela Garo. And Rhodes looking to throw that in. Substitution in for the Fusion. Emma Burns will check in for Sioux Falls. Isabella.
Checking in for the Dakota
Garcia,
Fusion,
Gomez,
number 3, Emma Burns, and checking in for
Demorais
Sioux Falls City
is
number
in.
4, Megan Lampa, and number 15,
Megan Lampa also
Isabella
in.
Oshia Gomez Moraes.
Oshia Gomez Moraes, I believe is how you say that. It is a mouthful. Megan Lampa on defense in for Sioux Falls. Here come the Fusion with possession at midfield. Garo. Battle for possession, sent along by the Fusion, broken up by Sioux Falls. Garo back to the near side, trying to chase after it, unable to get there. Trying to chase it down was Ansures. Sioux Falls throws it in as they look to keep it in play. Nice job on Suarez to break that up. Trying to get a lead feed for Burgum, unable to chase it down. Goalkeeper Campbell Fisher will take a moment to direct some traffic. Nearly 67 minutes into the second half, 5-0. It's 2-0 at halftime, and 3 consecutive goals from Ulschlager in about a 4-minute span. Broke this wide open. 5-0 Sioux Falls. Ball sent out of play. Again, home matches next week here for the Fusion. Fusion with matches coming up next Friday and Sunday. 28th, 7 p.m. start against the Joy Athletic Club. And then on the 30th, Rochester United for a 2 p.m. start time here at Moorhead High. Opportunity here is pass connects. Bosch has it broken up. And Fusion with possession. All did not connect with Garo. Sioux Falls at midfield with it. Tyrese Zacher setting up near the logo, and here comes Sioux Falls. All advanced. That's for Moreno. Now an opportunity here. No, offside's going to be whistled as Bosch trying to race her way into the 18, but offside is the call. Fusion will get a free kick. The near side is racing after it with the Fusion on Suarez, and that one is redirected out of play. Nicely done there by Sioux Falls. That's one you could make when it's 5-0 at this point. So we're nearly into the nearly 69 minutes into play. A little over halfway through this second half. Hurley throws it in for the Fusion. They try to keep it in play, and Sioux Falls will gain possession. And throw in coming with Rebecca Storr to do the honors. Into traffic there. Garrow. Ball high into the air. Fusion try to play it from there, and they will gain possession. About 30 yards out comes Emma Burns. As we have a injured Fusion player down. Looks like Lola Anchorez is down, and I wonder if doesn't look like it was a teammate by. I don't know if she maybe cramped up perhaps. Yeah, I think that might have been the case. She's limping a little bit, but maybe a cramp perhaps, but she's going to ask out of the match, but she won't. Said, I don't know if it was a knee, but I almost felt like kind of the way she went, it's maybe cramped up a little bit. She'll stay in there until we get a stoppage. Storr with it for Sioux Falls. 70 minutes in, 25 out of the second half. 5-0 in favor of Sioux Falls. Loose, and here's Van Meeteren. Van Meeteren starts the rush up ice. Now Bosch. Bosch into the box and getting a piece of it. Nice job. Scoring chance there. Save for Quinn Carter. Got her hands on that one. Not a clean save, but a save nonetheless. And ball out of play, but nice job by Bosch to maneuver her way into the box, and scoring opportunity there for Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls will throw it in from the far side. The story of the game, Katarina Ulschlager with 4 goals this evening, including 3. Bang, 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 1, 2, 3 in about a 4-minute span of the second half, about 3.5 to 4 minutes. Couple of header attempts. Sioux Falls with Yui Fuji on the far side, chasing after it. That is, it's like Kiera Harmon. Harmon into the box and just wide. Good scoring chance there, and that one's sliding just wide of the keeper, Carter, and wide of the net. Nearly nestled that just inside the left goal pipe. Substitutions in for the Fusion as Victoria Keeley's back into the match. Lindsay Erickson also reporting back in for the Fusion. Out will go on Suarez. And Aubrey Dew also out. A little over 71 minutes into the match. A little over the halfway mark here in the second half of play. Hurley tries to head it, but opportunity again. Bosch once more. Trying to maneuver her way around a couple of defenders, but lost possession. And Sioux Falls redirected back to the keeper, Campbell Fisher. Fisher sends that one along. It's finding Megan Lampy. Loose, and now Fusion get it back near midfield. Pass broken up. And a whistle, and should give the Fusion a free kick. And they will. Right near the, actually not a free kick, but they'll gain possession as Emily Larson doing the honors there is back to the goalkeeper, Campbell Fisher. Fisher's had a pretty quiet evening, hasn't had to see too much traffic in front of her this evening as Lampy gets it back. Only 73 minutes into this match, 5-0. Headed back by the Fusion. Battle for the ball over there for the Fusion goes Garrow. Headed back by Lampy once again. Zacher. Along the near sideline it goes. Feeney on defense for the Fusion. Just the edge of the box, and the ball sent out of play. I just send that one in deep, and that one goes out of play. A little over 73 minutes in, as we'll get a new goalkeeper in there now for Sioux Falls. It'll be Michelle Grana from Bogota, Colombia, Lincoln University of Missouri. Grania will come into the match. As out will go Campbell Fisher. So Fisher, her night more than likely over, and we'll get Grania chance here for about 15 plus minutes. Actually, about 16 plus minutes of action, perhaps, depending on what we have for stoppage time. Have a little bit of stoppage time with a couple of injuries on the Fusion side. So we might have a few minutes of extra time or stoppage time here in the second half. At the end of this match, 5-0 Sioux Falls. Grania sends that along to the far sideline. Zacher. Lampy on defense. Rebecca Storr. I think Storr has left the pitch here for the match tonight. Comes back to the keeper, Grania. The Sioux Falls overall in the WPSL, of course, there are multiple divisions around the country. They were top 5 in the rankings league-wide, and even without a couple of their scores not making the trip, still pretty impressive tonight. Ball out of the keeper, and Carter will have it here now for the Fusion. A little over 75 minutes in. A little over 30 into this second half of play. Ball here near side after it's Storr for Sioux Falls. Burgum for the Fusion. Taken back there. Nice job. Good work there by Rebecca Storr. And Storr sends it along, trying to connect with Bosch. Good idea, but boy, she worked hard and kind of won that loose ball. Advancing it, but out of play. So it should be Fusion to throw it in with Blake Hurley. Some substitutions in.
Number 9, Lindsay DeHaven, and number 16, McKenna Lehman.
As Lindsay DeHaven checking in as McKenna Lehman out of Lakeville, Minnesota. Back into the match here for Sioux Falls City. And the Fusion need to throw it in, and Hurley kind of whiffed on the throw in, just had it just a few feet in front of her. I don't know if that was a wet ball or what exactly happened. Fusion come back with it as had a feed, trying to connect here with Lindsay Erickson on the near side, but did not connect out of play, and Sioux Falls will gain possession here. As the rain has just turned into kind of just a real light rain at this point. Basically played in the rain pretty much the majority of the evening. It was in the forecast, and I said the heavier, steadier activity has passed. Official talking to the Sioux Falls bench and coaching staff, and not exactly what the question or issue was. Ball out of play is battling for that ball for the Fusion was Victoria Keeley, and Marias will throw it in for Sioux Falls. And the Fusion will throw it in once more with Hurley. A little over 77 minutes into this match. 5-0 Sioux Falls. Olschlager with 4 goals. Yui Fuji had the first goal of the match. That came in the 33rd minute for Sioux Falls City. They're on their way to their 6th win of the season. And goal differential, if it stays the way it is at 5-0 right now, 28 goals for and just 1 against. A goal differential 27. That's about as dominant as you can get. Bosch trying to work her way into the box. And it broken up. Van Meeteren sends it into the box, headed out by the Fusion. Now Van Meeteren on the near side. Works her way into the 18. Has a cross, broke it up there. Nice job to help out the goalkeeper there. Broke it up by Diane Montoya, and the ball out of play. Aubrey Dew will check in for the Fusion now.
Checking in for the Fusion, number 4, Aubrey.
Nearly 79 minutes into the match. We'll see what we have for stoppage time. We had maybe about a minute or so in the first half. We might have a little longer, as it is going to be corner kick coming here for Sioux Falls. On the corner kick. A partial header, and that one goes out of play. That one didn't hit completely, but corner kick into traffic there, and out of play is Taylor Thomas will check into the match. Mo Malone, I believe, was the one with the corner kick there for Sioux Falls, as out for Sioux Falls City will go Molly Van Meeteren. It's from Chancellor, South Dakota. Plays collegiately for the University of South Dakota. We're nearly at the 80-minute mark of the second half. Goalkeeper Quinn Carter sending that one in, and right back on the attack comes Sioux Falls once more with Bosch. Bosch in, trying to handle it was Lulu Moreno. Moreno after it once more. Burgum got a piece of it. And again, Sioux Falls with possession. Burgum chasing after Mo Malone's. Play goes over to the far side, out near midfield. We saw early out of the second half where the Fusion kind of kept things on their end of the field, but really that ended quickly, and it really ended with the first of those 3 goals of the second half. That 3 in that short stretch from Ulschlager. Ball goes out of play as that kind of really what momentum that the Fusion had. It didn't really last long. Taylor Thomas, see her with it near side, taken there as back in was Lola Anchurez for the Fusion. Kicks that ball out of play, so Anchurez in there, and Amezcua, who went down with looked like a knee injury, looked like her left knee they were working on. She has not returned since the injury. Of course, Fusion with game coming up here on Sunday on the road. Comes to the near side, Bosch. Kicked out of play by Emily Larson. Marias will throw it in. And broken up by the Fusion. We'll try it once more. A little over 40 yards out. One thrown in, comes back near sideline. Fusion to bottle up pretty well, and Burgum back the other way with it. Burgum trying to advance it. Broken up and out of play as it's broken up by Sioux Falls that time. It was broken up by Megan Lampy on defense. And the Fusion will throw it in. Headed out. Now Hurley has it for the Dakota Fusion. Anchurez. Opportunity there, trying to get a piece of it was Victoria Keeley. Chased down over the corner there by Grana. As Michelle Grana sends that one along as final minutes of this match. Sioux Falls the 5-0 lead. 3 second half goals, all coming as part of a 4-goal night from Katarina Ulschlager. She now has 8 goals unofficially on the season. Back to midfield. Lindsay DeHaven back into the match as she kind of directs traffic at midfield now for Sioux Falls. Mo Malone, far side. We're at the numbers far side as the whistle and I believe a foul was assessed on the Fusion. It was, so back to Sioux Falls here as the match nearly 84 minutes into this one. Just a final handful of minutes left to play in this one. So really, this one got decided really early into the second half. Here's an opportunity here, and a collision there is bumping into each other. Looks like Kiera Harmon of the goalkeeper, Quinn Carter. Is Carter not a full-fledged collision, but Harmon trying to kind of left the goal area to chase down that loose ball, and wasn't a full-fledged collision, but she and it looked like Kiera Harmon ran into each other, but everybody looks to be okay. But Carter went deep, well out of the goal to chase that ball down. She nearly got burned for one, and Olschlager, who got 3 goals in the second half, had an opportunity into an empty net, but from a kind of a sharp angle and missed the goal. It's kind of interesting. She got the 3 goals, and she had a golden opportunity for another one that she did not capitalize on. Final minute of play here as Sioux Falls comes out the near side, and Mia Bosch once again. On the near side it goes once again as Sioux Falls with Bohia Gomez Di Marias. Save made there and a scoring opportunity. Save there by Carter. A little over 85 minutes into this match. All back to midfield. Burgum trying to maneuver her way through traffic. Going down for the Fusion that time was on Chorez, and ball rolls through the center of the pitch, and goalkeeper Quinn Carter cuts it off and sends it back to midfield, headed back by Sioux Falls City. Lulu Moreno couldn't handle it. And a whistle. And a stoppage coming as substitution coming in. Lily Johnson will come in for the Fusion. Not this time around. Fusion with Emma Burns. Burns has it taken away. All loose. Burgum sends it into the 18 and bobbling it, but Rania able to cradle that to her chest. Trying to connect on the feed to Victoria Keeley. Burgum sending that one to the 18. And Sioux Falls sends it back towards midfield. Has Ellie Feeney after it for the Fusion. The ball out of play. Now Lily Johnson will check in for the Dakota Fusion. So Fusion has Johnson in. Well, the training table, it's like that's Amesqua again. He's going to land on the training table right now as one of the match for the Fusion goes Garo. All through midfield. A few minutes left, a little over 87 minutes into this WPSL match on this Friday night. Kind of a soggy Friday night here at Jim Goda Stadium, Moorhead High. 5-0 Sioux Falls. 2-0 lead at halftime. Only the 5 goals scored in about a 25-minute span as Yui Fuji started things in the 33rd minute. And then right before halftime, Katarina Olschlager, the first of a 4-goal night for her. 3 second-half goals came in about a 4-minute span of the second half. As the final minutes tick away on this one. Pass broken up by the Fusion. Broken up nicely there by Victoria Keeley. Now Aubrey Dew. Play is broken up. And back to the Fusion once more. Chasing after it, Lily Johnson. Johnson can't get to it. Ball back to the keeper, and Grania. And goalkeeper sends out a play. So the Fusion will get a chance here as Ellie Feeney will throw it in about 25 yards out. Feeney. Keeley. Keeley battles for the ball. And Sioux Falls looks to break out of the attack. Ball back to Bosch. Tried to set up Bosch here multiple times as she got one good scoring chance in the second half, did Bosch, as back comes Sioux Falls with it. As carrying it in was Lindsay DeHaven, and whistle and a stoppage. Actually, the ball went out of play, so into the 89th minute of play, so one more minute of second half plus stoppage time. Headed back by Sioux Falls. His first one there for Sioux Falls City was Lulu Moreno. Sent back there by McKenna Lehman. Near side, Mo Malone keeps it in play. The far sideline. Back to midfield. And just kind of playing keep away at this point. Malone sends that pass along over the far sideline over there for the Fusion. The battle for possession, Lily Johnson once more. And Sioux Falls will throw it in. All broken up. Trying to get to it was Emma Burns.
Stoppage time in the second half.
Okay, so we are officially into stoppage time now. How long remains to be seen, but I'd say probably a little more than we had in the first half because we did have a little bit of injury time and such. Or is that going to be it? Nope, that is it. So it wasn't much there for stoppage time, and that will finish the match here. So Sioux Falls City wins it. They move to 6-0 now on the season. They keep pace with Salvo SC at the top of the standings in the Northern Conference of the WPSL. 5-0 your final here in this one. So Katarina Olschlager with 4 goals tonight. Yui Fuji in the 33rd minute picked up the first goal of the match. That made it 1-0. And the first of 4 for Katarina Olschlager came in the 44th minute, just right before the end of the first half to make it 2-0. And then Olschlager adding goals in the 53rd minute, the 55th minute, and the 57th minute. So the 3 second half goals came in roughly about a 4-minute span to really break this match open. Sioux Falls with a win now moves to 6-0 in the season. Their goal differential now 29 goals for, just 1 goal against. A combined shutout for goalkeepers Campbell Fisher, and then about the last 16 minutes of the match with Michelle Grana finishing things off. So a combined shutout, if you will, but 29 goals for, just 1 against for Sioux Falls now, as the Fusion dropped to 1-4 on the season. And their goal differential now at -19. 2 goals for, 21 against. What's up next here for both teams before we call it an evening here at Jim Dakota Stadium at Moorhead High? The Fusion will be at Providence Academy in the Twin Cities. They'll take on the Minnesota Thunder, set for a 4 p.m. start time this coming Sunday. And then home matches coming up for the Fusion next weekend, as week from tonight, 7 p.m. back here at Moorhead High against the Joy Athletic Club, and then on Sunday the 30th against Rochester United. Meantime, for Sioux Falls City, they will host Mankato United Sunday evening at 6 p.m. and then next week, and say if you're following the WPSL, at least this Northern Conference close, right now it could be a battle for first place. Sioux Falls City hosting Salvo Soccer Club 7 p.m. next Friday night, the 28th, and then at Stillwater, Minnesota on the 30th. Sioux Falls will take on St. Croix Legacy. So that'll do it here this evening from Jim Dakota Stadium at Moorhead High School. For Mike Mason and Grant Hubbard, I'm Brad Anderson on this one. We appreciate you joining us here this evening. Your final score in this match, led by 4 goals from Katarina Olschlager. It's a 5-0 Sioux Falls victory as they move to 6-0 in the season. The Fusion dropped to 1-4 on the year. From Jim Dakota Stadium in Moorhead High, have a great night and so long. Thanks for tuning in.
The proceeding has been a copyrighted presentation of MSPN Digital Television. Visit us online at our website and by searching MSPN DTV on most social media platforms. Thanks for watching MSPN Digital Television.